Hi Video Fitness Coach friends, this is Anita Stone, and I've been doing some cooking today, and so I thought I'd show you a couple of the new things that I cooked. Well, one new thing and then another tip that will save you some time. I was on Facebook this week, and this is fall, and so someone put a note on my Facebook page that you can make low-fat pumpkin bread with a spice cake mix and a can of pumpkin. And so I went to the grocery store and I bought the can of pumpkin. Now make sure you get just the pumpkin only. It should say 100% pumpkin. It won't say, we don't want the pumpkin pie mix. We just want pumpkin. And pumpkin is so good for you. When you're eating pumpkin, you might as well just be eating vitamins because it's really good for you. So eat lots of pumpkin. And then I bought the Duncan Hines spice cake mix. So when I was mixing it up, I thought, should I put in the water? Because, you know, pumpkin has a lot of water in it. So I just guessed, and I made it with 3 ingredients only. So this is the pumpkin, can of pumpkin, which is the 29-ounce can, the spice cake mix, and I did put in 3 eggs because the Duncan Hines mixes always ask for 3 eggs. I didn't put in any oil, although that might have made it even better. It might have made it a little bit more pumpkin bready rather than cake. It's a little bit like cake, but it's a heavy cake, so it's close to pumpkin bread, and I really do like it. I added a little bit of extra cinnamon, and I also added walnuts, and so this is what it looks like. I sprinkled cinnamon on top, and so I got 1 loaf pan and 12 muffins out of that. So, and I've already eaten one, and it is really good. Now, while I'm cooking that, I tell you all the time, I'm going to say it again for those of you that haven't seen all my videos. If I'm cooking one thing, I'm going to be cooking 3 or 4. If I'm in the kitchen, then there will be 2 or 3 things going on the burners at all times. And so the other thing that I was cooking was, well, we went to the grocery store, and I thought my son had picked up a big, large, like value-sized container of ground turkey. Well, it was really ground beef. And so we got it home, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with this much ground beef? Well, if my son's friends came over, we could maybe make hamburgers or something like that, but I just decided to go ahead and cook it all, and then I'll put it in small little Ziploc bags in the freezer, and I'll use it eventually. Sometimes the kids like tacos, and I just want to pull out just enough, usually ground turkey, but this time it'll be ground beef, just enough for tacos for that night. And so if we divide it up, we'll eat it eventually. And so when you put in, I'm going to freeze it now, and I've already cooked it and already drained it in my colander and everything. I'm telling you, this ground beef is so gross. I was trying to wash my hands after I did this, and I just couldn't get that slimy feeling off my hands. So just don't even buy ground beef if you don't have to. Ground turkey's so much better. But anyway, so I'm sure that you've heard that you really shouldn't freeze things in plastics anymore. It's not so much the freezing, although the freezing's not good, but the thing is, when you take it out of the freezer, let's say I had ground beef in here, most people are going to put it in the microwave to thaw it out. Now, you can thaw it out in the refrigerator if you want to do it ahead of time, but most of us don't do that. We pull it out when we need it. And so this is what you do. Put a plastic bag like this inside of a container, and so then what I did was, after my ground beef cooled, I just took it with a spoon and spooned it in here out of my colander, and then after I get it in my plastic container, then I just pull my plastic bag out. And also, this takes up less room in your freezer, and right now I have a ham in my freezer, a spiral sliced ham, so I don't have a lot of space in my freezer. And so then you can just put a twist tie on this. Now, when you take this out, to thaw this out, you'll put it under hot water, and then it just takes a few seconds, and then just pop it out of the plastic bag into your skillet or whatever you're going to warm that up in, and throw the plastic bag away. And so that's a lot better, because we don't want to heat up these plastics, and because some of the plastics are made with chemicals. And some of those chemicals can get into the food, and they can get into your body, and that's what we want to avoid. Now, the third thing I did, as I was cooking my pumpkin bread and browning my huge value pack of ground beef, they had eggs on sale, and so we're having Easter this week. So I boiled about 15 eggs. The eggs were 49 cents a dozen. So I bought 3 dozen. I probably could have bought 4 or 5 because we will eat these eggs very quickly. My kids will eat them as hard-boiled eggs. We'll make egg salad. We can do tuna salad. We could do chicken salad. Lots of things you can do with eggs. And so, no, we just got a new dog, and he's trying to go in the living room. And little stray dog, a little dachshund. You want to see him? Here. I'll pick him up. I'll have to wash my hands. There he is. Say hi. Say hi. His name's Brownie. There's Brownie on TV. There you go. So now I have to wash my hands before I touch anything. Anyway, and so, what was I talking about? Oh, the eggs. And so, you can slice up the eggs, put them on salad or whatever. So there's lots of things you can do with hard-boiled eggs. So when you find something on sale like that, go ahead and buy 2 or 3 of them. Most foods can freeze, and you know some things you can freeze them and save them for later, and you can save a lot of money that way. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Everybody have a fit day. Bye-bye.